Muslims around the world are fasting. It is the month of Ramadan for them, and most of the world's 1.2 billion Muslims are abstaining from eating or drinking from dawn to dusk. Because of geographical reasons, the number of fasting hours vary by country depending on the period of time between sunrise and sunset. In the United Kingdom, Muslims are fasting up to 19 hours a day. But what happens to people who have just converted to Islam and observing their first fast? BBC Africa's Salim Kikeke went to find out.
You remember the people who do not have food.
A spiritual session at the Central Mosque in London. Muslims, non-Muslims as well as new Muslims are invited here to know more about the month of Ramadan. Converting to Islam is often a private matter, and most people here are not ready yet to speak about their new religion. But some are. Ben became a Muslim almost a year ago, but only started fasting this year.
It's kind of a bit of a shock to the system because you're so used to just, when you're thirsty, grab a glass of water, whatever, or when you're hungry, just go and get something to eat. But you almost forget sometimes, where you just think, oh no, great, I'll just grab a glass of water, and then you remember. So it's kind of like training yourself a little bit.
Most Muslims start fasting at a very young age, and then when they become adults, it doesn't seem to be much of a problem. But for new Muslims, it can be quite challenging. And that's not the end of it. As we're in the middle of summer here in the UK, Muslims on this part of the world can go up to 18 hours without food or drink.
Muslims in Denmark will have to fast for almost up to 21 hours this year, as the sun sets for a mere 3 hours daily. On the other hand, Muslims in Argentina will have the shortest days and would have to fast for 9 hours and 30 minutes. As the sun finally sets in London, Ben invites me to a restaurant to break the fast. It's a feast known as iftar, traditionally beginning with dates, and for Ben, lots of water.
I feel human again. Someone actually said to me, you became a Muslim at a time where Ramadan has been the hardest it's been for a long, long time.
After the meal, Ben heads back to the mosque for the special night prayers observed only during Ramadan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to meet you.
He has a few hours to go before the fast begins, and he has to do it all over again. Salim Kikeke, BBC News, London.